So, ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating a spiritual milestone. I am currently turning 10 years old at the end of June 2018. In terms of being a sangoma and having heeded my calling. So please do stay, learn about me, and let me also answer the questions that I've been getting at the Gokos to answer. So it's my turn. Tagazan. Angizenzanga ngiyezwe ngabalele mina ngizenzanga uwethonga lami awukele dlozi lami. How do you find balance? Work, play, love, life. To be honest, I don't find balance. I just prioritize everything in my life. I make sure that I, as the girl, Refilo, is taken care of. I've got a nail appointment after my shoot. I regularly take care of my hair. I do my own hair. I love running. You see, those are the me elements, the girl elements, and then there's the Goko elements. And to that, I do a lot of meditation and prayer, but I just make sure that in the day I cover and I satisfy each element of me. If the girl wants to make videos and document stuff on YouTube, then I allow the girl in the week to come through and set up her environment like I have now and shoot the video. And then there are times as Goko I go into my space, into Indumbazami, and I allow people to come see me, and I make sure that I actually do the work that I was called for and not just be a person who shares about information on social media. Something else that I do is I like to experiment a lot, because I like to always find out new things that maybe can elevate me, you know, to be more spiritually enlightened. So I like to, anything that one can propose to me, whether it's a hike or going into the bush to go look for meaty or anything like that, you know. But I always make sure that I allocate time, because I'm someone's girlfriend at the end of the day, I'm someone's daughter, and I am a friend. So I always have to try and prioritize and remember that for me to be any good to anyone else, I have to first start with self. And if I do not give myself the time to express myself, to do all the things that I want to do, then I'm always going to be living my life in a huff and a puff, and then I'll eventually not even have time for my friends. And even when they see me, they'll find me frustrated because I don't allow myself to play on my talents and play on my strengths and be all round free to express myself in any way that I choose. So I love being able to find a good balance in my life. It's not always easy, because we're pulled in so many directions, and we may think we've got time and we may book for time in the 24 hours that we're given, but a lot of the hours run away from us because when the world happens to us. But whenever you have a grips on your schedule again, then be able to account for that. Make a time to meditate. What cloths or items do I resonate with? I love the Pangela cloth, Khaka. It's the guinea fowl. I love it because it's something that went along being new validation for me as I became stronger in my traditional healing and how I practice. So it became a new bird that was introduced to me, and it came in a way that it came physically into my space, and not even just in dreams alone, where flocks of guinea fowl come into my yard at a given time to spend a few hours and fly out every single day. Frogs are something that's also quite important for me. That's how my paternal side of the family usually speak to me, especially Umundao. And also this item here, Keleri. This item is something I use to pray with. I also use it also in when I help other people, and it's also become a really big strength and source of light for me. And I find that it's a tool that I can be able to release my energies with a lot quicker, and it helps me get in tune. And most importantly, the uniform you see behind me is also very significant to me, because it's got its own person. Each item has its own person that I wear it for. I was shown in different dreams in different settings, and I use them in different settings also when I help other people. And this is important for me because it's not even like a uniform in terms of if I go somewhere I'll find other people wearing it, but it's a uniform for me in my spiritual world and when I enter this room, because that is how I've been shown in terms of an ancestral image, how I'm supposed to look when I do administer help to other people. And I love it because it's one of one, and the pieces and the detail to them go back to speaking to me and reminding me how I got the story and what it was for. But I particularly love this piece. I love praying with it. I love holding it. I feel a lot of energy even now when I hold it. It's something that I've trained myself with, and it takes a while before you find your item or your piece. It's just something that, to me, it feels like energy travels really, really fast in it. Like there's a lot of heat always in it, and I love using one of these. And yeah, I've got two of them. So, what is my contribution? Yes, I've been trained by other people. I've got to learn whatever I've got to learn, and I've gone into my journey and etc. But what is my contribution? And for one, this awesome YouTube channel, and another thing is I like to dedicate my time to people who are not trained and just need time for counseling. So I do a bit of counseling for people, and I like to invite people into my home where they're able to spend the weekend with me and basically learn a lot more in terms of a one-on-one experience, in terms of finding out about ubungoma. Another thing that I'm also doing actively to try preserve information is documenting it through many different mediums. I like to interview other sangomas also, especially experienced, because I would like to tell the story of post versus the known and popular narrative of how did she become a sangoma, but the information behind and the lessons therefore. And it's something that I particularly enjoy. I am making sure also to present a different image around ubungoma. Hence, as much as I am talking about the subject I'm talking about, doesn't mean that I should not be expressive in who I am and how I share myself with the world. But I'm wanting to paint a different picture around how is a sangoma supposed to look, how are they supposed to speak and articulate themselves. But I'm consciously learning to do things more intentionally and not be afraid, like how I was as a younger version of myself, to be, and to express myself and allow myself to show off then who I am and how I want to be known. I particularly love making these videos because it teaches. If you're able to teach someone, it almost validates what you know, and it also brings me back to the I know up until this portion, but this much I don't, which then forces me out to go engage with other people and learn more about the different cultures and how they come to deal with certain issues around ubungoma. And I particularly love it. I think it's one of the most biggest things that I've actually been able to identify about myself and achieve in terms of getting it kick-started and beginning. I literally have a lousy setup. I have 4 buckets and a DIY soft box that I created out of a box, foil and wrap sandwich paper, and I've got 2 of them sitting here, and like my setup is dismal, and I'm using my iPhone to shoot my videos. But the thing is, to me, start with what you have. Like I'm not anyone special for me to have cameras and to have a studio that's booked for me to share these, and for people to learn about the importance of our own conversations. We should have the conversations ourselves. We should initiate them. We should kickstart them, and we should introduce it in a way that maybe hasn't been. And I'm in charge of that. I'm responsible for that. I can always bring you dark and scary stories of Ubungoma, or I can give you a different amount of footage then you can choose for yourself and see what resonates and what speaks to you and what you've seen in your dreams previously. But without someone bringing it closer to you, then you can't particularly be able to catch on to some of these pieces of information. And I'm absolutely proud that I'm able to do this. And it took me far too long to start this channel and to actually start conversing with the masses. And thank you to each and every one of you guys that actually send me the comments, send me the questions, send me all these things in terms of wanting to learn more and trusting me to know with the information, and to know that I will give you information that is fitting and that is truthful and that is relevant to what I'm talking about. And I thrive in spaces like this. And yeah, that's my contribution. Small, but it's there. So in all my years of being a sangoma and fully practicing, this now has become another year where I am fully practicing as a sangoma, and I am validated then again. It also is very loyal. If you show interest, if you are proud, if you are relentless in doing Idlosi's work, ancestry work, they will always take care of you. I lost my job last year. Last year at this time I was at a 9 to 5, which I hated, but it was besides the point because I felt I needed it to survive. And I've always been self-sufficient in the qualities that I have, in the kind of person that I have, and I had to learn to give away the power to my ancestors for it then to come back and to manifest itself differently in my life. Until today, I get to work on a daily basis. I have a schedule from when I should start working to when I should stop working. I have offers of people coming in wanting to celebrate me as an individual and the work that I do, and no longer now am I a part of a company where I'm helping other people make a profit and helping other people advance in their careers while I'm sitting there in a cubicle. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but our paths are very different and we're called for different things. And I believe that you should not just be a number in a corner of an office floor, but be able to thrive in the spaces that you are. And even if you're there, have room for growth. Don't be an invisible person when you're there, but shine and have the opportunity to shine. And I'm so glad that that opportunity ended for me and that time ended for me, because now I can focus on being myself, being me thoroughly, and taking over who I've always been and been shy and meek about, and now I can be very loud and very proud and very expressive and share my own opinion. And most importantly, I hold my future in my own hands. I also get a salary that's given to me by my ancestors, because they can see that they've taken away the work, they've had to substitute with something else. I'm able to maintain my lifestyle. I'm able to to blend in with my peers, because there's nothing that I'm lacking. If anything, it has allowed me to be more stronger in my identity and what it is that I would love to achieve in the world. And I'm so very happy and grateful for that, because before then I wasn't able to feel as proud or feel that I could be validated by my ancestors in a way that they will take care of me even in my daily basis. And I actually see the progress. It's almost like I actually do get promotions in the work that I do, because I'm given new and exciting challenges and experiences that I never particularly had when I was doing my work on weekends only, and shying away at this big responsibility of being a healer of the nations. It's important for us to assume our roles. It's important for us to be truthful to who we are and what we're called for. I'm so very excited about this time in my life. I'm literally 10 years old at the end of June, and I cannot be more excited about that. It's 10 years that I've been actively involved in it. It's 10 years where I've seen Idlozi countless times, teaching me about myself, teaching me about the work, teaching me about the world, teaching me about so much, and being able to be a light into other people's life. And I'm so, so proud. I'm so thankful. And I can't wait for the next 10 years of my life, and I look forward to it. And this is the year of 10. Thank you so much. This has been a really exciting time for me, because in 10 years, in my 10th year, I started training people. Things come to us at different times for different reasons. In my 10th year, I got to start training people and have amatwasa. And maybe you'll see them in my videos coming forward, but eventually I got to be validated differently. And sometimes people worry, like, how come I don't have amatwasa? Or they maybe sometimes get judged, or they get judged on how many twasas they have, or if they have any. And not every person that's going to be a sangoma is going to have initiates. Not every sangoma is going to be a successful sangoma. Sometimes you just become a sangoma because you need to do the work in your family, and that's just about it. And that's also fine. Just be true to what your calling is. It took me this long to get trainees. And I was okay with it. I didn't mind it, because I really didn't. And now a different chapter of my life is being revealed to me, where I am responsible for other people's careers and other people's growth and their lives and their spirituality. And man, I look forward to the challenge. I look forward to learning more about myself as I teach other people. I look forward to finding more stuff to have, more content based on the stuff that I have to solve, the problems that I get to solve for other people. It's quite exciting. It's quite liberating, and I'm so excited that I actually get into another part of my life where it shows that it's a full moon that's turning, and I get to enter a different stage of my life, and I look forward to it. It's exciting. Hey! And that's the end of our show, and that's the end of this month. And thank you so much to everybody who sends me all this love and sends me all these messages and all these gifts and all the things that help me celebrate myself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me into your spaces, and for tuning into this channel, and for humoring me in terms of listening to the stuff that I have to teach about. And I thoroughly, 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 thoroughly enjoy what I do. I love being the person I am. I love doing the work that I do. And here's to another 10 exciting years. And hopefully there'll be a bigger celebration this time around. I'm having to deal with a change in my life currently, but it's self-administered, so I'll lay off a bit on the celebrations, because I'm looking at leveling up in other areas. And that's in essence what life is about. If you find a moment to celebrate yourself, do it. If you find a moment, or there's times for you to change certain things about your life, do them. And allow yourself a fighting chance at being successful, at being happier. Create environments around yourself that allow you to be a better version of yourself, that enrich you. Allow for the process to happen. Don't be defiant. Don't be resistant. Don't be negative. Be an open person and receive energy of all sorts. And thank you. Yes, I'm wearing another dress that I designed myself. And if you remember, I did a video about ancestral class, and this is one of them. It's a very long dress, all the way down to my legs, and yeah, I absolutely love it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and check you on the flip side. Bye!